Years ago, I started biking because it relieved an extreme amount of stress. Just being in the mountains, enjoying the beautiful scenery, the beautiful surroundings, just helps me take my mind off of whatever it is we're going through at that time. As I'm riding and after I ride, I just feel like the stress has been lifted off of me. The waves, the ocean air. There's just something peaceful about that to me. When I was finally told that I had Alzheimer's, the first thing that hit me was probably just denial.
He has a biology degree, he's a pilot, he's a chiropractor. He's always wanting to try and take on new things. I found it hard to believe that it was occurring or happening at that time until I saw it for myself.
I saw doctors be hesitant to diagnose it. As a nurse, I thought navigating medical issues should not have been such a challenge, but this disease seems to have more of a stigma.
3 years ago, Gail and I were driving. She asked me to take a left-hand turn at this road. And so I got into what I thought was the left-hand turn lane, when in fact it was actually the opposite lane, and cars were coming towards us. I was able to make the left-hand turn, but Gail was freaking out and was then saying, "You definitely need to get tested. Something's not right." The first doctor I went to was a neuropsychologist who did some neuropsychological testing on me. That test came back normal. I was quite relieved.
I really couldn't get the neurologist to even speak with me, and he said that my husband had just mild cognitive changes.
I thought maybe that driving thing was a fluke and things are fine. But Gail was not convinced. I was still being forgetful about things.
It was almost childlike. Things were just a little bit different. Like, he had more questions than he normally does. He said things that he doesn't normally say.
So I researched and found out what tests were being done and now available. Then I went to a family practice doctor that was really more remote, but willing to run the tests.
Those tests showed that I did have amyloid protein and tau protein in my brain. But that test in itself was not reliable to make a true diagnosis for Alzheimer's. It's usually that blood test is in combination with other tests. So I had an MRI done on my brain. That too came back normal. So I kept thinking in my mind that I was fine.
My husband presents very well. He's very articulate, and I think that gave the doctors more pause to even say that there was a problem. So you're questioning, what's wrong? What's wrong with my husband?
I really had a tough time when she would bring up whatever, whether it's a memory problem or not listening to what she said. So I would act unkindly towards her.
He couldn't emotionally control his reactions. They were arbitrary and made no sense, but he didn't see it in himself.
I just was very resistant, and it did create a lot of friction between us.
I was feeling very isolated and alone, knowing something is wrong, but not having the support of anyone who also saw it or understood it. But I didn't let up.
She kept pressing, and eventually I had a PET scan done of my brain, and it showed that I had amyloid plaquing in my brain. So putting all those tests together, the blood test, the PET scan, the doctor determined that I did have Alzheimer's. you immediately reflect back. My family, my wife, you cherish those memories much more.
I think in life, when things don't work out as you had hoped or dreamed, you take what you can do and you make the best of it.
We're more on the same page now. Yes, I do have a problem, and we need to take this on together.
He kind of wanted to commiserate on what he can't do. I really tried to pivot him to focus on what he can do.
Probably one of the most important things in helping Alzheimer's is exercise. That's where the bike riding comes in. I play pickleball at least 3 times a week, and then I also do Pilates. I do appreciate Gail's tenacity and stubbornness, her persistence to do the testing that gave the diagnosis of Alzheimer's.
He doesn't know this part, but I journaled about his different behavioral changes and I gave it to the doctor. When a doctor's making a diagnosis, they gotta have the facts and they gotta really get through the dynamics of the emotions that kind of cloud the facts. So I bullet pointed the facts so we could get to the final results.
Thank you. I'd like to see that list.
I'm not showing it.
My encouragement is do not fear the diagnosis of Alzheimer's. If a loved one tells you that there's a problem, be more attentive to what they're saying. Take action, get the testing done, because the earlier the diagnosis, the better off somebody may be.
Now that it's out in the open, we have a support team. I have support groups. I speak to a counselor that specializes in Alzheimer's. All those things have added to our ability to navigate what can be a very difficult disease.
Well, I'm looking forward to spending time with my family as long as I'm able.
It's a little more emotional now, just seeing things that you didn't see previously, but it's still enjoyable. We still laugh, we still joke, we still both love fishing.
I know we'll be doing some fishing trips together. But more than that, it's just not even just the trips, it's just spending time together, period. It's a gift that we're able to be with one another, cherishing the memories that we did have, but also to cherishing the moments that we are able to spend together now.